After the brief opening and my short speech, our colleague Gabor Sipos will give a demonstration about method feeder fishing, followed by Tibit Shovari and Dennis Fias. Besides the excellent presentations and demonstrations, many people came to Kiskun-Halas to be the first to get their hands on the newly released Bajdome Team Feeder, Kaivo Longcast, distance casting feeder rods and complete sets, which of course can also be tried out. Our black Kajvo long-range carp rods, developed for long-distance fishing, were met with just as much interest. However, these rods still had an extraordinary challenge ahead of them, the very first Kajvo Distance Casting Championship. All participants in the distance casting competition used the exact same equipment, so the only thing that mattered was who could cast the farthest, depending solely on their casting technique. The lead weight was 125 grams, the braided shock leader was 0.21 millimeters, and the main line thickness was between 0.21 millimeters and 1.25 millimeters. And all of this was cast using a 425 centimeter long, 4-piece, 4-pound carp rod. A total of 19 participants registered for the competition, and to make everything even more uniform and fair, all casts had to be made from a platform. So the big casts made with 3, 4, or even 5 steps were not allowed in this competition. When I walked along the competition field and reached the sign marking the dream distance of 200 meters, I looked back and thought to myself, oh my God, this is an enormous distance. Anyone who could reach this distance with these fishing rods, especially considering they were holding them for the first time in their life, would be truly impressive. After all, only 2 practice casts were allowed before making the 3 official throws, from which we selected the longest one, and these were then ranked. So what was the final result? Well, you'll see soon enough. Tamas, what was the longest cast of your life so far, either measured or estimated? Roughly around 60 meters, but that's about the maximum. So what do you say to that? Yes, but just now you threw 154 meters measured under controlled conditions. How is that possible?
Well, honestly, I haven't had the opportunity until now. If I had thrown farther, I would have always thrown over to the other side, so really...
Or you didn't have equipment?
This kind of equipment either, actually. That could play a role too, but it was absolutely...
Great. And how do you feel about it, by the way?
It was really great, the flexibility, really. The way I cast, it settled immediately. There was only a minimal vibration, which I think could affect, I guess, the line movement, this vibration at the end. And the rod settles right away, really. Incredible. It was really good.
Okay, well, the reason I wanted to do a good interview with Tamas is because with this fishing rod, it's not just the pros who can cast long distances, but as your example shows, even those with just a minimal amount of skill can immediately make a lifetime cast. I can confirm that. Thank you very much. So who won these fantastic prizes? Who achieved the longest casting distances? I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Let me show you the 3 distance casting champions. Where is Zoli? Zoli is over there. Zoli, come here, come here. I'd like to ask for a special round of applause for my colleague who survived this. Thank you very much, Zoli, for taking this on. There were no other volunteers. I would have lost my business partner if someone had hit him in the head. I don't want it that way. And then come the podiums. 3rd place with 179.5 meters, Tibor Hugibert. A heartfelt congratulations to both of you, my dear sweethearts. It brings immense joy to witness this special moment. May your journey together be filled with love, laughter, and wonderful memories. Wishing you all the very best as you embark on this exciting new chapter.
Well, I really like this rod. The first third is quite soft. You can see that. I'm sure it will show during the fight as well. But then it starts to become more parabolic. It was strong. You need the right technique and strength to really pull it.
Coming in at a very respectable 2nd place, we have Janos Schuks with an impressive throw of 188.5 meters. What a fantastic accomplishment. Congratulations, my dear sweetheart, on such a remarkable performance.
This technique, this front-facing throw is, so to speak, the closest to achieving a throw within the sector. And the throw itself isn't short in terms of distance either. So I felt that for this field, this was the most optimal approach.
Yes, because having to throw from the podium held you back a bit, right? You couldn't get a running start. In your opinion, if you could add more steps, by how much could you increase the throwing distance?
Well, first of all, I think we need to get used to the rod. But even on the first try, we got some pretty good numbers. So in any case, it's manageable and works well during the throw. But obviously, with more practice over a longer period, yeah, we'd need to figure out what can still be improved or where we could add a few more meters. But I'm sure that 200 meters is definitely achievable.
And the 1st place winner, with a truly fantastic performance, came close to
coveted 200
meters with a throw of 197.5 meters. Istvan Kazan, Congratulations from the heart. Istvan is the winner of our competition. Congratulations on the nearly 200-meter throw. How do you feel? What are your thoughts now after the competition? That was quite impressive.
And thank you very much. The rod was actually really good. Lately we've been practicing with stronger rods, and compared to those, this one performed really well. The length is also unusual, you know, since Lohani and I usually throw with 394-meter rods, but honestly it was a pleasant surprise. I have to say it was a pleasant surprise. From just a few throws to get such good results, it surprised me too.
What has been your longest officially measured cast so far?
Well, actually 207 meters is the longest I've officially measured. During my own practice out on a field, that's where we usually go to cast, and there it was 207 meters, to be honest.
You were just under 10 meters short of that, even though you were casting with completely unfamiliar gear. But at the National Distance Casting Championship, what was your officially measured throw there?
I haven't been to a National Distance Casting Championship. I'm not a professional, I'm an amateur. I only participated in an amateur competition in the amateur category. And there my throw was 197.41.
Basically, you just tested that now as well. You threw 197.5 meters with unfamiliar equipment. So now you are modestly saying
that you are an amateur. I haven't participated in a professional competition in the professional category yet. That's my goal. We'll see. The technique still needs to be refined for me as well. Just as Jano said, the podium is a bit strange for me, but I think for him too. The steps need to be limited, and you have to calculate the spread so that you stay within the throwing field and the distance is there, yes. But we adapted, and this is what we were able to achieve right now. At least this is all I could do.
That was perfect. Gentlemen, once again, heartfelt congratulations to everyone. Thank you
very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very much for being here.